are delighted to have our next guest here. On screen, she's an Oscar winner who has played everything from a star baseball player to the President of the United States. Off screen, she has been instrumental, folks, in working to create gender parity in media. Now Geena Davis has written a beautiful new memoir. It's called Dying of Politeness. Geena, so good to have you back here on GMA. Oh, we were discussing the cover and everything like that.
The cover's so charming.
Oh my gosh, when you write about, and it's hard, the reason I stumble because I know you as this confident, self-assured woman, and then when reading the book, which is going to resonate with a lot of people, it took some time for you to get to where you are now because your parents talked about politeness so much. So can you tell people what you mean by that?
Yeah, so, I mean, they were both from small towns in Vermont, and New Englanders can be kind of, you know, keep things to yourself, but they were profoundly polite. And the way I was raised was that, like, even if someone was handing you an already poured glass of water, you had to say, no, thank you, I'm not thirsty. Because having needs was not polite.
Wow.
And so it was very extreme, yeah.
She mentioned the confidence that we see now, but some of that came about, you say, because of so much help to Susan Sarandon and that movie, Thelma and Louise. How so? How did that help you on your journey so much? So,
yeah, it had a huge impact on me, more than anything I've done, because of Susan. And she is someone who's a woman who says what she thinks without saying, I don't know what you think. This is probably a dumb idea. Right? I mean, I have like 6 things I have to say before I get to the point. And from the minute I met her, I realized she was like that, and I was like, wait a minute, a woman can be like that? Wow. And she was talking to Ridley, and I was like, he's not freaking out. He's perfectly fine with it. So I had 3 months of taking a bath in watching someone move through the world.
Unapologetic.
Yeah.
Unapologetic.
So great.
Yeah.
Another movie that profoundly impacted you was A League of Their Own. Also me. I mean, that is just one of the most glorious movies ever. And it brought out another side of you that you didn't know existed.
Well, yes, the athletic side of myself, because I was the tallest kid always. I mean, you can relate. And I didn't want to try any sports because that would encourage people to look at me. And what if I failed? Anyway, but I had to play the best baseball player ever. And so I trained, and the coaches said, you have some real untapped athletic ability. So, yeah, so it turned out that I sort of do.
What aren't you into archery now?
I was going to say, you're being shy. You're really good at archery.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yes, I took it up at 41 and went crazy about it and became obsessed. And 2.5 years later, I was a semifinalist at the
Look at you, like going like 2 years.
See that? I saw that.
Well, you know, 2.5 years, just 2.5 years, mastered it. We really do love all your films, and as Lara was saying, A League of Their Own. Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny what you wrote about him and saying like, oh, he angered you for some reason.
Yes, only because he was the nicest person you've ever met. And I had been used to sort of having a reputation on sets of being the nicest person and everything. And I'm like, I can't out-nice him.
Out-nice Tom Hanks.
He's the greatest guy. Yeah.
You talk about, go, please.
No, but that was so important to me, you know, is interesting too.
You talk about what you learned on sets, but your first movie you ever auditioned for, Tootsie.
Yeah.
You got that role on Tootsie, but you had no idea how to behave on the set at Tootsie, to the point you were being nice and you thought you were being a good worker, but you would show up on set even on days you had nothing to shoot.
Yeah. Nobody ever explained to me that you only come on the days that you, and I never wanted to ask any questions. So I just assumed everybody has to come every day. And so I'd be there every morning at 6 o'clock and bring a chair and put it right next to Sidney Pollack and spend the day, you know, watching him direct. It was incredible.
So what is your hope for people that pick up your book?
Well, like you said, I think that hopefully women can relate to, you know, to the kind of experience. I mean, I had an extreme example of that, but that you can, you know, I mean, my life was a lot about fake it till you make it, and especially I'm doing fictional characters, so I think there's something there.
I think there's definitely something there.
Yeah.
And it's always a delight having you. Thank you, Geena. Thank you so much. And Geena's book, Dying of Politeness, just the title in itself, it comes out tomorrow. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.